It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning. Welcome to the morning show. I'm Bob Recktenwald. This is Scooter.
Whoop, whoop.
Scott Kelly's.
I should have came in a little early.
Yeah.
Yeah, you doing all your clearing of the throat.
Noise making.
Yeah, I could have just went ahead and went live and just had you doing that on air. That would be pretty cool. I'll do that next time.
You think?
How are you?
I'm okay.
A little chillier this morning.
A little bit chillier this morning. It was.
It was 39 degrees when I left the house.
My little car said 37.
37. Woo.
37. A little nipply.
It was a little chilly this morning.
Yeah, a little bit different.
But I'm good with.
Yeah.
I don't mind it chilly.
You don't mind? You just don't like cold.
I don't mind it cold.
I don't mind it cold either.
No.
But I don't mind it hot either. So.
Yeah, I don't like it really hot.
You know why I don't mind it?
Why is that?
Because there ain't a dang thing we can do about it.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, you can either put on some more clothes or take some clothes off.
There you go.
To a certain point.
To a certain point. We are on a public show, Bob.
Yeah, the weather has definitely changed, but it's not taking any time for the leaves to fall.
No, they are just dropping.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no slow, gradual anything. It's all of a sudden.
And if you're going to try to see the colors, you may have already missed it.
Yeah. Yeah, you may be a little late. If so, I'd get out right away, and there may be a couple colors left up there.
Grab you a rake. Rake you a path.
Yeah, I got to get my mower and do it one more time, get it all mulched up.
Well, mine's not down to a one more time spot yet, but they are dropping really fast.
They are.
And the grass has changed, and I think that's got a lot to do with all the rain that we got early season, and then it was so dry for so long, and then we got a little bit of rain, and then all of a sudden it just stopped.
Just
stopped.
There you go.
Unbelievable.
There you go. I like your graphics.
Just stop.
There you go. I'm good with that.
And with that, we're going to stop all this nonsense and go to the morning prayer.
There you go.
The morning prayer is brought to you each morning by Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas. 29 locations serve you, one in Memphis, Tennessee. Renata Jenkins-Byler and her staff do a wonderful job in your time of need. With all our respect is not just their motto, it's how they do business. And now the morning prayer. Lord, we do just thank you for the weather that you give us, the safety in the weather that's in our area, the beautiful things that come along with it, the lakes and the wildlife that is here, the abundance of beautiful trees, and it's just a wonderful place that you've given us to live, and we thank you for allowing us to be here. Lord, we just pray that you will continue to bless us as a nation and give some guidance to the people that are supposed to be running this country. They need all the help they can get. And Lord, we just pray that you will continue to be with all of our safety workers here. Lord, the firefighters, the policemen, the first responders, the doctors, the nurses. Oh, let's go to the school administration, all the way down to the students and the janitors and such. Lord, these people have the thankless jobs at times that people just take for granted, and we don't want that to happen. And Lord, we just thank you for being who you are in our lives. Be with us and keep us safe. In Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas. 29 locations serve you, one in Memphis, Tennessee. If you don't know where the one here in Mountain Home is, take a trip up Highway 5 North. Look for the biggest American flag you've probably ever seen. Take a hard right, and there you are. You're in their driveway. Go in there and see them about pre-planning, cemetery plots and such. They'll be glad to help you. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. And now it's time for the newly created Century 21 LeMac Realty Z-Team commercial. It's a good one. Let's take a look at it.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should call the Z-Team.
Century 21 LeMac, the Z-Team Realtors here in Mountain Home, located across the street from McDonald's. If you want to do business with the Z-Team, you have to ask for them because they are probably out showing homes or making a listing. But their phone number is 870-405-0793. Their website is retiredtoarkansas.net. Go there, click on live views, and you'll see something like this. A little hazy on spots.
Here's when I got here. Hold on, I did take a screenshot of the bridge. Little hazy, kind of got a little bit, but it's bright.
A little bit distorted, but really, really bright. You're right.
It's really bright.
That's the Rainbow Bridge. It goes across from Baxter County, Arkansas, into Marion County, Arkansas, there at the city of Cotter. It is an old bridge. It's still used on a daily basis. Probably every minute there's something going across it.
It was probably a little 4.6 this morning.
Yep, pretty good shot. Let's go back to the other one.
Yep.
And there's the live shot right now. What you're looking at is from Marion County back into Baxter County into the city of Cotter. That bridge we just showed you is off to the far left there, just after the bend in the river. Behind it is an old railroad bridge. And without the fog, you would see the city of Bull Shoals is off the distance on the left. City of Mountain Home is off to the distance on the right. Contractors Trust is in there. The baseball field, the Railroad Museum, way off in the horizon, just past that patch of clouds. That's known to be the state of Missouri. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful shot. Let's take a look at one of the other shots. This is one of my favorite shots because the water's down and you can see it rippling through it. You know for sure it's definitely a live shot there as it pans out a little bit. You can go see these for yourself at retiredtoarkansas.net. Click on live views, but while you're there, go there and click on MLS listings and see if there's anything there that catches your eye. If there is, get on the phone and give them a call at 870-405-0793. Bob and Linda Zdora of the Z-Team at Century 21 LeMac Realty. And now let's take a look at some temperatures. Boop, 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 if I can get it to come up. All right, where'd they go?
This little arrow thing. Right there.
Right there.
12 locations.
There we went.
There we go. Sorry about that.
Didn't want to cooperate with us this morning. Right now it's 43 in Mountain Home, 41 in Harrison. Batesville is 43. Yellville is 39. Marshall's a little bit chilly at 36. Salem, Arkansas is 43. Mountain View, Arkansas, 36. Calico Rock is 43. West Plains, Missouri is 43. Springfield is 41. Poplar Bluff, Missouri is 35. And St. Louis, Missouri is 41. Take a gander at the radar. What's all that big funny looking swirl up there in Minnesota?
I don't want any part of it.
I'm thinking it might be a little snow.
Don't say that S word.
Not too loud anyway.
No.
Anyway.
It's staying up north.
It's staying up north, but we've got some heavy duty rain up in the far northeast. A little bit of snow going through Minneapolis and Minnesota into Wisconsin. Nothing around Chicago area. Let's going to zoom in here to Arkansas. Take a look at the great state of Arkansas, from Rogers to Blytheville, from Fayetteville to Jonesboro, Fort Smith to Conway, Little Rock, Hot Springs, Texarkana, Poplar Bluff down to Greenville, Mississippi. We're all clear in our area. And looks like all the states that border us are also clear at this time. Heavy rain overnight in the New England area. Boy, they're getting some heavy duty rain up there. 6-7 inches of rain falling pretty rapidly. That's kind of exciting. There is a tropical storm, Carl, out in the Gulf of Mexico. It's down farther, closer to Mexico, but if it ever gets in tight in the center of the Gulf, it'll pick up speed and intensity. How do I know? I've been there. We have some high wind warnings through northeast from all across northern Arkansas into Oklahoma, southern Missouri, Kansas, southern tip of Illinois, most of Indiana, Kentucky, and part of Tennessee. High winds. We are under another red flag warning from noon till 8 o'clock tonight. We do not have a burn ban in Baxter County at this time, nor Boone County, but just be sensible. If it's windy, don't burn. And there's that red flag warning that we spoke of. High today is going to be 79, mostly sunny. Clear tonight, low of 51. Tomorrow, chance of thunderstorms, high of 77. Tomorrow night, 50% chance of rain, and low of 54. Slight chance of rain on Sunday, high of 71. Low Sunday night is 41.
And then it cools down.
Then it starts to chill down a little bit. Monday, high for Monday is going to be 58. It's going to be clear, low of 32. So that freeze is coming up. Tuesday, sunny, high of 50. Tuesday night we'll get down to 28. So it's dropping pretty quick. Wednesday's going to get back up to 58. And on Thursday, we'll be back up to 70. One thing about Arkansas weather, though, if you don't like it, hang around, it's going to change. So, pollen levels. Tree pollen today is low. Tomorrow is none. Sunday is none. Grass pollen today is moderate. Tomorrow is none. Sunday is none. And ragweed is high. Ragweed is high today, moderate tomorrow, and none on Sunday.
I guarantee you the none will never come for a while.
Let's take a look at the lake levels and the dam reports. The water level at Lake Norfolk is 553.17. They are not generating any at this time. They are above full pool by 117. Bull Shoals lake level 656.01, which is 2.99 below full pool of 659. So that is the lake levels and generation report. If you'd like to get that for yourself, give them a call at 870-431-5311. That's the weather and the dam and lake level report, brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora of the Z Team. 870-405-0793. Realtors you would recommend to your friends, busy but never too busy to help you. And we'll be right back.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Talk about some news headlines and highlights. How about that, Scooter?
All right. Bring it on.
Friday is the 76th annual Yaleville Turkey Trot.
Yes.
They're calling it the Spirit of 76.
The Spirit of 76. It's always a good time, though. There's a lot of people that attend that.
Going to be a good time had by one and all. This morning there is a All-American breakfast at the American Legion Hut, Post 61, from 6 to 10 over there in Yaleville. Opening ceremonies will kick off at noon with a presentation of colors by the American Legion Post 61 with the national anthem, the Yaleville Summit Band, and the Flippin' Bands both will be there to perform. It's kind of fun. Each day we'll have food trucks, local breweries, crafts, business vendors, and entertainment. Today's entertainment or events are Jukebox Wino. What is a Jukebox Wino?
I don't know. You'll have to attend.
I can't be there. I got to work. It's from 1 to 3 today. Lip sync contest and an adult lip sync sponsored by the FBLA Club from 3:30 to 5:30. Melota Cats will perform from 6 to 7:30. And the street dance will feature Jerry Hopper Band from 8 till midnight. So they're stepping out late at night over there at Marion County.
That's awesome.
That's the 76th annual Turkey Trot. And let's go back over here. Also, Trunk or Treat will be in Mountain Home at the Youth Center. Let's talk about that a minute.
All right. They're going to be doing a drive-through edition. Hopefully next year, we'll switch from that. But it's a good time. You actually get a drive-through the whole park. They'll have an entrance right over there by the pool area where you're going to come around and start from that area. And then they'll have all these people that have booths and stuff. They'll come up to your car, hand you candy, different informations on them. And then they got Scarecrow Alley that you get to drive through. And different businesses have set up different scarecrows and things. It's really cool. Then they're giving away free hot dogs. So we'll be grilling up a bunch of hot dogs. I know last year we did like 900 and something hot dogs. So there's a lot of hot dogs to give out. And trust me, they won't run out. There's plenty more if there are more cars come through. But at that point, you can decide to either exit or go through the haunted part of the trail, which goes through Rapsparren area, all those buildings and everything over there. And it'll be really cool. The Mountain Home High School wrestling teams, both boys and girls, will be out there helping and having a good time. It'll be a good time for everybody.
Are you doing yourself up?
I'm not. I've got to cook. I'm going to be the one doing the hot dogs. So, and David's helping me.
David's up.
Yeah, I dragged David in.
Is Robert coming over?
I mentioned it. I hadn't talked to him for sure if he's coming or not. Hopefully, I'll put him on the hot dogs.
There you go. There you go. Chillbilly cookie.
Hillbilly.
The Chillbilly.
Hillbilly chili
cook-off. The Hillbilly
chili
cook-off is also tomorrow, October the 15th, from 10 to 3:30 at the Bull Shoals White River State Park in Lakeview. It's on the Lakeview side, not the Bull Shoals side, up on the park that overlooks the dam there. And it's going to be a good time. They're going to have live music, food vendors, arts and craft vendors, chili tasting, games and bounce house, boat and car show, and a raffle.
Yes, and the raffle's for $1,000 Harps gift card or something.
$1,000 Harp shopping spree.
Yes,
admission
really
is $3. Cool. Anyone under 12 gets in for free, and go there and check that out. It should be a good time had by one and all.
I've been there a number of times, and you get there and you get these little tiny cups of different kinds of chili. And you get to taste everybody's, and there's some very unique chili out there.
That's just a quick idea of what's going on around our area. We've got to go. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Just like that, huh? Okay.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora. 870-405-0793 is their phone number. RetiredArkansas.net is their website. How are you, sir?
I'm great.
Been a busy week.
It's been busy. It has been busy. And it's a lot of chasing, not always getting things to where you want them to end up at the end of the day, but that's all part of it, too. I mean, it's not all drive people around in a nice car and go collect a big fat check. There's a little more to it than that.
There's actually a little work that has to be
yes,
done.
sir, there is. And it was one of those kind of weeks. So Linda was chasing leads down online and talking to people in different states that are looking to come here, and just stuff, running around, going and checking on places that have been empty. Abandoned houses, not abandoned houses, but empty houses have a tendency to punish their owners because they get lonely, and have little leaks, and the toilets don't keep running, and things like that, and the light switches don't work the way they should. Those are the kind of things that you find yourself chasing down at the
Last minute.
Yeah. But now it's getting to be fall, and the leaves are really coming off the trees. I noticed at my house. I don't know
Yeah, it's
about you
not
guys, but
wasting
I'm
any
like,
time.
oh no, they're not wasting any energy at all. They're just falling, and that's going to be something that people being listed. You want to get up on top of that. You want to get the leaves up off the ground. You want to get them off the gutters. Prevent yourself, because it is going to rain again someday, and
Maybe today.
maybe it's right. Maybe it's always a day away. And so when it rains, you don't want the rain coming over the gutters. You don't want to be having issues with your house. Get ahead of that. Leaves and sticks and the branches that always seem to fall.
And a lot of times people that are absentee sellers, the home is vacant for one reason or another, they've gone off, they forget about those things, about how quick those leaves can build up in your front yard and what a fire hazard it is.
Oh yeah. You got to keep somebody. I mean, they'll generally have somebody cutting the grass every couple weeks, just to keep it, presentable to some degree. But those guys they're not in there moving branches and stuff around. I mean, that's not really part of the job description.
Yeah.
And just going in and flushing toilets. Especially over the course of the summer when things are real dry and the humidity is real low, and that evaporates. It evaporates in the traps in the sinks. So I'll bring a water bottle with me and get water down all the traps, flush all the toilets, just stuff you got to do to help. That's all part of the process.
Got to make it work.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Make it work. How is the market this week?
Market this week, it's still moving along. It's for the gloom and doom you hear throughout the rest of the country, we've always been a trailing indicator, but we're still moving right along. I think a lot of people have come to the reality and, okay, the rates are going to be what they're going to be. What can I do to get my rate lower? Not necessarily get it lower, but what you can do is you can buy some of their mortgage back. So you put more money into the deal, you're not financing as much, and that brings the payment down. Again, it's not the price, it's the cost. And that's one of the ways that you can do that. 15-year mortgages are going to get a little better deal. They're a little more expensive, obviously. You put more in every month, but everyone's situation is different. We're seeing some of the ARMs, the adjustable rate mortgages, for 3, 5, 10 years. They're coming back again. It's not like it was in 08 where these people were getting, where it's just interest only type things. These are set up totally different than that.
Or a 12-month arm, where it changes every year.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
right. Yeah, and if it's based on the COLA, like this year, they're talking about Social Security benefits going up like 8-9%. Well, that's the COLA. So that means if your interest rate on an ARM was based on the COLA, you're going to jump 8% next year. Well, you move now because you're not going to. I mean, it's physically impossible.
I made my weekly call I've got a mortgage banker friend of mine down in Little Rock, and I've got a commercial loan friend of mine that's in Northwest Arkansas and one over in Oklahoma. And I asked him, ask all three of them, I always ask, every week I call before we have the show, and I always ask the same question. What's it look like? What's the future look like? And is it ever going to change? And they always tell me the same thing. You're just crazy. Well, and the mortgage banker said that his business has dropped 45% in the last 3 months.
I could see that.
Because there's so much fluctuation. The commercial loan guy over in Northwest Arkansas says the commercial loans are steady. They're stagnant. His number's not dropped, but they haven't increased any. And my guy in Oklahoma says, I want to answer only the last question. Yes, it's going to change.
Yes, it's going to change. That's
Because
right.
who knows?
Up or down, but it's going to change.
You don't know. It's going to change. And
That's
so
the
what do you
given.
think the market will be? Of course, he's talking to Oklahoma side.
Sure.
And so what do you think your housing market is going to be? He said, I've been doing this for 35 years. I don't look for the prices to ever retreat back to what they were 2015.
Yeah.
I don't look for them to ever go back, even to be back at 2017. You might see some rollback. You might see some price reduction to a certain point, but then it's going to start to grow gradually back again. People are going to get used to the interest rates being what they are. An election in November is going to make a change.
Yes.
Either way,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
going to make a
Yes,
change.
it is.
It's either going to come back to somewhat of a reality, but what is reality?
It's a good question now.
Take a look at the mid-'80s.
Yeah.
When you could go out and buy a home and have it owner financed and pay 10% interest, and you were getting a good deal, and so was the seller. Maybe some of those days come back, not very strong, but might come back. But his statement was, look for things to roll back a little bit. They are not going to be like somebody pulled the sheets off the bed.
No.
It's going to roll back a little bit. It's going to steady out some. In the presidential election 2 years from now will make a huge difference in what's going on.
Sure. And just being able to, what's going to happen in the House and the Senate, and how much money the government's going to be able to spend and be able to adjust the inflation. If we can stop the inflation, then things will settle down a little bit. There's still a big demand for homes. There's no question. There's still a big demand for homes. People are when they realize that they don't have to be where they are, and they've learned over the past couple of years that being where they are isn't where they want to be, and if they can get to high-speed internet, if they can work from home, and there's more and more places that are working from home, and because of that, they can come here. They can, and that's one of the first questions is their high-speed internet. So we look and we see if it's got Next. That's the big one. And if it's not there, at least they can give you a time frame of when they're planning on getting it there. So I can tell them, here's the number, give them a call, see what the plan is, because it may be there already. And if it's in your neighborhood, get it run up to the house, no matter what, because it's going to come. It's going to come to be your favor going forward, just to say that it's there. That's the big thing. And Jason, they came to Jason's place in Cotter yesterday, Suddenlink or whatever they are now. All that advertising made a lot of good, because now it's whatever they are now. And that's what they wanted to do. They wanted to run from the pole into the house, not hook it up, but get it to the house. And I says, yeah, we'll take that. No charge, no nothing. Get it there, and then
Fiber to the home.
Yep.
Get it there, and then that way when the person that owns the home or the buyer or whatever wants it, it's a quick fix.
Yeah, and that's going to be a big thing. And they got some kinks to work out in there from what he's the geeky boy. He does all that. He says, well, for what they're offering me, for what they want, he says, I said, okay, Jay, that's up to you. You like the package, take it. If you don't, I don't really care. I have no horse in that race. But it's those are things that people are looking for when they come here, so that they can continue with their life, their work life anyway, and begin a new life here. And it was funny when we were talking about leaving, where it was we were going to go. We didn't know where we were going to go, and that was the folder that I put on my computer screen was New Life. And anything for some place that I thought we wanted to visit, to go check it out, and everything else, that all went into there, because that's what it is. It's a new life when you move, and you get a fresh new start. You can come here, you can be anything you ever wanted to be, you can be. And a lot of people have taken advantage of that. And you see it with the small businesses and things like that. People coming into churches with ideas that they brought with them from Cleveland, saying, we did this, and we were able to raise money, or we were able to help more people. Those types of things. That's what this community is always, from my perspective as a new guy of 20 years, that's always the way it's been. Because that is a new guy. I know that is a new kid on the block with 20 years. Yes. Oh, yeah. I'll always be that guy from Chicago. But that's
Chicago guy. Chicago Bob there. Yeah. Let's take a look at some numbers.
Yes, sir. This week in real estate, there were 36 new listings came on the market. 3 commercial properties, 6 parcels of land, 27 homes came on the market. They ranged in price from $79,000 to $499,000. 7 of those 27 had taken backups to give you an idea of demand, and there's still a lot of demand out there. 47 sales, 4 commercial properties, 11 parcels of land, 32 homes sold. They range in price from $90,000 to $577,000. Average sale price this week was $254,000 with 60 days on market. So again, a lot of pressure. People want to get these mortgage locked in because they don't know what it's going to be next week. So, okay, I can do this. Let's get locked in and go forward. Total of $8.1 million in residential real estate closed this past week. So it's still moving along. 8 properties expired, 18 had price changes, and there's 81 pending. So it's still, market is still active. Currently, there's 253 homes on the MLS. Year-to-date comparisons for 2022, there's been 951 homes have sold for $210 million. Average sale price this year is $221 with 80 days on market. Last year, there had been 1,017 homes that sold year-to-date for $2,001 million. Average sale price last year was $198 with 89 days on market. So the price keeps going up from last year, and the days on market are dropping. Our days on market are dropping because of the wanting to get things done and the ability to get things done, because there aren't as many refis going on as there were before. You can go in, you can get stuff closed in 30 days.
Wow.
If your money's right and they're not having to go through a whole big rigmarole. The appraisers are they're a little shorter on their time, so you can get stuff done. Like I say, for this week, for 60 days on market, that's from the time you came on till the time you're done.
Unbelievable.
That's nothing. So things are, and it's an average number.
Right.
I'm
Some
sure that some of those were longer than that.
Yeah.
And some were in that 30-day range.
Unbelievable. Watch this.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z team.
Want to commend you, Miss Linda, on your new commercial. It's just pretty darn good.
We're very happy, very happy. The folks that helped us out to make it, we just can't thank them enough. It just went so well, so well.
Yeah, it's
I swear
amazing.
I'm going to take the footage and make a blooper reel of that.
Well, there was some of that, but that's to be expected. You could do that here, too. I mean, that's
What are you talking about?
We had a lot of fun doing it.
yeah. I mean, we did, and it just really, really went well.
It's a spin-off of one that you had running before,
Yes,
but
yep.
I'll tell you what, it brings it
Well, we
home.
freshened it up.
It brings it home. You've got the White River. You've got some hometown folks there, and it's just a really, really good commercial, and I commend y'all for getting that done. And
Thank you.
If
We thank the station. I mean, we people just assume that the station's here and things just happen, but nothing happens without Scooter and Gil and yourself and the participation of everybody else to get these things done, to get them on the screen.
Yeah, it happens, and it's really good. So
Yeah.
that was really good. 870-405-0793. Like Bob says, call his honey. Don't call my cell phone number like I give out the wrong one quite a bit. But their number is 870-405-0793. The Z Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty here in Mountain Home. If you know where that's located, across the street from McDonald's, go in there and stop, but you have to ask for a member of the Z Team to get the service from them. RetiredArkansas.net is their website. Go there, check out the MLS listings. You can see anything from middle of Missouri down to Conway, probably. And if you see something that catches your eye, give them a call, because guess what? It's not going to last forever.
That's part of it, yeah.
You want to close this out?
No, you're doing a great job. Well, I'm gonna say my bomber shirt that we're done by. Where am I at? This way.
This camera.
There you go. Yep. Clay Maxey?
Clay Maxey, sponsored for the Veterans Night a couple weeks ago for the Bombers game, and we thank him for that. I'm a veteran, and thank you.
He does a great
appreciate
job.
He does.
We'll be back with Friday football here in just a moment. Thanks for watching. You're on the XL7-TV.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show. It's time for XL7 Sports Friday morning football. I've got Coach Steve Airy, Coach Greg Crow with me this morning. We're talking Bomber football. Coach Airy, the varsity Bombers are on a bye week this week. You taking this time to recoup?
Trying to, giving the kids a little break. It's kind of nice, really. I mean, we had a real light day Monday. We'll have a real light day today. And we hit it pretty good on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Gives you a little extra time to prep. We took last weekend and kind of did a little chilling. So
yeah. It's going to be a busy week this week with homecoming next Friday night. So
yeah,
give the guys an opportunity to relax a little bit. Coach Crow, your 8th and 9th grade team didn't relax yesterday for sure.
Definitely 2 big games.
2 big games for sure. You got to be proud of your 8th grade team. They didn't come out with a victory, but they didn't get beat either. They come out with a tie on it.
That's the second time this year that's happened, you know. And I mean, obviously, if they had, you know, if they had everybody in their class, I mean, you probably feel like you're going to win those games. So I mean, that makes you feel pretty good about it going forward. So you know, they're learning how to win and, you know, and compete. And we've got some issues in there, some holes that we've got to get figured out, you know, in the off season. But at least we know what we got to work on, you know.
One thing we saw from up in the booth last night is those guys were playing is, unfortunately, we see it in a lot of games, and not only in football but in other sports. When they get down, they give up. But your 8th grade team did not give up.
No, they kept playing, and you know, and that's realistically what you want to see. And I mean, everybody looks at it different. You know, what you want your 8th grade to be, and the win. Do you not want to win? Do you want to develop? And you know, I mean, we want to play as many as we possibly can, and you know, and teach guys how to, you know, win without, you know, and the kids that are a little more advanced at that point, let's move them up and put them a little higher level so that we bring other kids to that level and get them involved with it. So I mean, I think going forward, I mean, I think we've got the chance with those kids to have a really good football team.
You know, sitting there in the booth, calling out the names of the players, I'm noticing that there was a lot of names on that list that I didn't recognize from the youth football days. There's several players that you've got that have not played before. Didn't play in the 7th grade. And that's a little bit hard sometimes to deal with, but sometimes it's a blessing too, is it not?
I mean, you got to have numbers. I mean, you want kids to be out there and you want kids excited about it. And at the end of the day, I mean, you got to have numbers when you get to high school. And if you don't have numbers in junior high, it's hard to have them in high school, you know. So, I mean, we've got 102 kids in 8th and 9th grade right now, somewhere right there. So, I mean, that's really positive.
That's a good number.
It's a very good number.
Absolutely a good number. Coach, what about games forward? Is your 8th grade team done? Will they continue? They've got some more games?
They'll play the same nights as 9th grade.
So they've got 2 more games to go.
Yes.
One away and one at home. They'll finish up at home in 2 weeks.
Yes.
That'd be exciting. Let's talk about your 9th grade game last night. Came out strong?
We did, and you know, I'd be lying to you if I told you we had a real good week of practice, because it was bad. Just not a lot of energy. And I kind of felt like maybe we were looking ahead, and we had I don't know what you'd call it, on Wednesday during AAP. We had a come to Coach Crow meeting or something to that effect. And I got really real with them real quick, you know, and they were really good Wednesday afternoon and really good Thursday morning. And then, I mean, they played really well last night. I mean, our kids did. And, you know, we got dinged up during the week, and we had, you know, Carter had a 4-wheeler accident on the weekend. We didn't know about him. And then we had 2 guys go out, and we weren't even tackling on Wednesday morning. And one ended up being a false alarm, you know. So, I mean, it felt like it was just something all the time. You know, and just couldn't get any flow. We were trying to plug holes and fix holes we didn't know we had to fix, and you know, so it just we didn't have a lot of good flow during the week. But we ended up good, and look, they played really well last night. I mean, our offensive line again. You know, I mean, football's a pretty simple game if your offensive line wins. I mean, play calling's overrated if your guys up front are winning. I mean, you can call whatever you want to call, and I mean, those kids they're physical and they're getting better, and last 2 weeks they've just been really, really good.
You've got some pretty good size on your front.
We are, and we're athletic. I mean, our guards really pull well, and our left tackle pulls well on counter, and we can get out on the edge on you, you know, with our guards really quick, and we've got really good skill kids with the football in their hands too. So I mean, it's a really good combination, and you know, again, I mean, we punted 5 times against those guys the first time we played them. Did not play well, and that was the famous night we got flagged for an illegal formation in victory. But we weren't punting 5 times last night, so I was proud of that.
Is the onside kick something that you've added to your quiver, or is that something you do a lot?
Well, I'll just explain it to you this way, and people give me a hard time about it. Every time I kick it off, they return it for a touchdown. So at some point, you just got to stop kicking it off. You know, I mean, it's just like we work onside kicking exclusively during specialties. So they have our kickers work 12 minutes on it a day. We have 2 of them, and then we don't. All we practice is onside kicking. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we don't. If I'm kicking it, I want it to go out of bounds, and it doesn't always work out like that. But we've given up 3 kick returns for touchdowns this year that we kicked it in bounds, so my ratio's not real good. So Coach Stevens told me he's going to punch me in the face if I kicked it off again. So, you know, at some point you got to just onside kick it every time, you know. And honestly, in junior high, I mean, you're talking 10 yards field position maybe in junior high. If you kick it deep, if you cover it well. I mean, the risk is probably worth the reward right there.
And Scooter, how successful were they last night?
I think 3 times. Didn't you Yeah, we got the ball back 3 times from them.
That's pretty good.
We normally get about 1 a game. on average.
And
Some
you got
right
3
there.
last night.
And then you always have a game where it kind of snowballs and you get spurts right there. And
what was the senseless back-to-back unsportsmanlike?
One of their kids.
Their mouth?
One of their kids said something to one of our kids, and shockingly, our kid responded. And then,
shockingly,
and then we shoved somebody down the end zone, and and of course it's always the second person, and and we've got no room to be talking, like that. We need to learn to celebrate together, and it doesn't shock me, that the incident happened, and it's not something you're proud of by any means, but when you realize who it is, and you coach those kids every day, you kind of understand it a little bit, and I like the fact they kind of try to defend each other a little bit. That's good.
As long as they don't fight between themselves.
Yeah. And our kids will do that too, but but yeah, the onside kick and stuff. It's just it's got to the point in junior high where it's worth the risk.
What's next for the 8th and 9th grade?
We travel to West Memphis West next week, and then we'll have West Memphis Wonder at home, and we'll win the conference championship in 9th grade if we win one of our next 2. So our kids want to do that, and they need to do that. I talked to them last night about finishing, and and we're a little dinged up. I'm gonna only put them in pads one day next week, but I feel real good. We're playing our best football now. Wouldn't you agree, Coach Harry?
That's a good team you beat last night. It was a physical game, and yeah, it was.
We took a team last week that had run through everybody roughshod, and we beat them 40-6. And then that team last night was getting better and better and better. And like I said, they'd honestly given us more problems than we played offensively, and we kind of got that fixed. And so I feel really good where we're at right now, for sure.
Sounds good. Look forward to seeing how the rest of the season pans out. It's time for a quick break. Coach Steve Airy, Coach Greg Crow, Mountain Home Bomber Football. We'll be back in just a moment.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going? See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show. We're talking to Coach Steve Airy. Coach Crow had to leave us this morning, but We're talking Mountain Home Bomber varsity football. Coach, it's been a rough road to hoe.
Absolutely.
Pretty easy to say. It's just been a tough season. But you're not out of it. You're not dead. You're not out of it. There's still an opportunity to come out and win 3 games and possibly get into the playoffs at the end.
Yeah, we felt like we really needed to win the first 2. We knew it was going to get tough, and we didn't win the first 2, and then we knew it was going to get tough. So it's been tough, and hopefully we got a little calmer storm. You know, not quite as violent.
Yeah,
coming ahead.
Little Rock Christian had an awesome facility.
That's a cool place.
It's a very nice place. Very nice place to play football.
I like the mountains sitting in the back. And
great
lights.
Atmosphere. The lights are different. It's just it's a great place to play. You guys played strong with them for quite a while.
You know, we struggle with just making the play. It could be 3rd and 12, and they're going to get 12, or it could be 4th and 10, and they're going to get 10, and it could be 4th and 1, and you know, I've got burned a couple times in that situation. It's hard to go for it on 4th and 1. So, you know, 3rd and 2, we don't get it. It's just, we just got to make the plays.
Yeah,
I call it situational football. You know, you got to win that situation right there, and then get on the next play. But
it's down by down.
It's down by down, and the 3rd downs are big downs. 4th downs are big downs if you're not kicking the ball, you know. But 3rd downs are huge. 3rd down, offensively and defensively.
How's the morale of your team? Seems like they're struggling.
They've been struggling. They're needing something good to happen. Coach struggles. I think I don't know. You know, you work hard at it. We all work hard at it. The kids, coaches, and you just need something positive to happen. Is what you need. And you can only say, "You played hard." You can only hear that so many times.
Right.
You know.
Your team is off this week. There's no varsity ball game tonight, so you've had all week to make changes and adjustments. Has there been much of that going on?
Been a little bit.
Yeah. You don't talk about that a whole lot.
Nah.
You used to make me wonder until the kickoff what's going on.
There's a little bit going on. We have a few injuries, a few holes to fill, and we're just, who knows? You know, like Justin Ruler went out the other night. He's not back. But we'll see. We'll see how things play out.
You know, he's been quite a fire plug for you. He's been reliable, and he's all over. He does a good job. No bigger than what he is. He's not the biggest linebacker in the 6A West.
He plays hard. I just wish he packed a little bigger punch. He struggles with getting off blocks and running through contact and things of that nature. He's just little. But boy, he plays hard. He's a good boy.
Yeah. You know, we talked a little bit off air about the craziness of where Robert Dover ends up. You know, he'll be away from the play, and the play will break, and he'll be there making the tackle downfield. He's quick, and he's very mobile.
He is. He takes a few plays off, but not very many.
He's intense.
Yeah, he's our second leading tackler right now, and he shouldn't be. I should have linebackers and safeties making plays, but his 39's the one making them. And he's getting to the point right now where he's quit playing technique. People are running away from him, and he's just standing there looking to chase the ball down, you know, old Mighty Might football stuff. I'm going to stand up here, I'm going to find out where the ball's going, and I'm going to chase it down like a ball hawk, you know. But he's going to get there. He's going to give you everything he's got. He's chased down three running backs I know in the conference this year that
should have been gone.
Had game-breaking speed. Yeah, and he's caught 3 of them, so he may be faster than all of them. I don't know.
The number 1 tackler that you've got this year kind of surprised me.
Me too.
Ty Hannaford. He's doing an awesome job. He's a junior, which is good for us.
He's a junior. He's a little bit like Justin, a little undersized, and probably like to have him a little bit faster, but his old bad mood Ty, man, he shows up in a bad mood every Friday night, and he he tries to find contact.
Yeah, let you know that he's not happy.
Yeah, he plays hard.
Yeah. You said you're a little bit banged up. Are you going to get Tristan Hayes back before?
No, we was really banged up last Friday night. No, we won't have Tristan back.
Is Walker out as well?
Walker's out as well.
So we're going to be hurting in the backfield a little bit again.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of adjustments can you make for that?
You know, we let Barrett Miller come down and play some 7-on-7 this week with us. He may be coming down the hill, and you know, Tony Fox just still a sophomore in there. We got Caden Barney. You'd like to rest one of them, if not both of them, but it ain't happening because we don't have.
Got to have them.
Don't have guys that can run, and I don't know. We just don't have DBs right now. You know, Dunlap's out. And
what's the status of your JV quarterback Foster? Is he out for the rest of the season?
You know, he sprained AC joint, and he should be back. I think he'll be back next week for the last JV game.
You're playing West Plains Monday night?
Play West Plains Monday night, and he says he still can't go. He's getting better. My experience those is about 3 to 4 weeks, depending on the severity.
So Monday night's not your last JV game. You've got one more home game.
Yeah, we'll play Batesville at home on the last game.
Yeah, that's exciting. Let's talk about your JV team a little bit. They've had some good success. Went to Harrison and beat them 6-0.
Defense really showed up in a big way. Offense, we struggled moving the ball a little bit, but had one big play, Setzer to Fox, but one big pass play, and sometimes one big play is enough.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
It'll win you one, it'll get you beat.
Is Setzer getting comfortable at quarterback? When I watched him down at Batesville, he was a little uneasy about it.
You know, he's a defensive guy. Both of those guys are, I think, and Aiden plays offense as well, but I think if you asked them what they'd rather play, I think they'd rather be on the defensive side of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Brent's just not a real vocal guy. He doesn't like barking out stuff. He's just pretty chill, really. He's good. And both of them work hard and play hard. They're good kids.
But the good thing about it is he stepped up.
Yeah.
You needed a quarterback, and there he was, and that's a good thing.
I think he would be all right with not playing quarterback if you asked him, but he steps in and does what he has to do.
Mm-hmm. You know, we can't look into the future, into the crystal ball, into the future too much, but you're going to get another good bunch of ninth graders if you can get them down the hill.
If we can get them down the hill, I think so too.
You know, they're coming from a winning environment, and that's a good thing. But as I try to tell parents, because they always ask me, you know, why is the junior high win but the varsity can't? They don't play the same teams. It's a different speed of football when you go from junior high to high school. It's a different speed of football when you go from JV to varsity.
Absolutely.
You know, it's a stepping stone, and it's just something. It's just the way it is. In the part of it I always tell them is, enjoy the wins in the junior high. Cherish the wins that you're getting in the JV, and push your child to continue to be a winner as they go into varsity, because that needs to happen. Because when the parents get an attitude, the players get an attitude. And you've got to make sure you've got good, positive parenting going on when it comes to your varsity team.
Well, I'm needing a good group of parents that says you guys are playing football, and Coach Airy, they'll be there. I'll drop them off in the weight room every morning. You know,
make sure they're there.
So, you know, we haven't had that in the 3 years I've been here, but we'll.
All you can do is continue to work on it.
We got to work at it. That's what everybody does, and.
Yeah. Got to get over that stepping stone.
Yep. It's all about you know, it's about work ethic. If you don't have it, you're not going to be very successful. If you do have it, you got a shot.
So as we look into homecoming week, your opponent for homecoming is going to be Siloam Springs.
Yes, sir.
They're having a little bit of a rebuild year themselves this year, so should be a really, really good matchup for us. And with any luck, we can pull that out.
Yeah, we just we're going to have to be better than what we've been, and I'm sure their coach is going to say the same thing. They've got the same record we have, and whoever plays best is probably going to win. So
Coach, we've got to wrap it up real quick. We wish you the best of luck on Friday. Enjoy your week for homecoming. Keep pushing them boys as hard as you always do.
We'll try.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you Monday.
All right. Thank you.